Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, we're gonna take a look at 22 from Soul. 22 is the first Tsum that's been introduced into the game from the Soul series, so this is very first along with Joe Gardner. The ability description is clear Tsum Tsum in a zigzag line, so very similar to other Tsums we've seen like Dr. Jokiba and other Tsums that we've seen from the Lilo and Stitch series, so they're kind of like in a Z shape like Zoro. And I really like 22 because not only is 22 the first Tsum introduced from the movie Soul, but the movie Soul itself is really a good movie to watch. It has a lot of good animation, also really good music as well. So if you haven't got a chance to check that movie out, I definitely would recommend you to watch it. And I believe it's on Disney Plus, so if you haven't seen it yet, definitely check it out wherever you will catch your Disney movies. But anyways, let's take a look at 22's stats. If you do want to activate 22's ability, you will need to clear a total of 14 copies of her on the screen to activate the ability. Her minimum score is 140 with a maximum score of 777. No, you don't win a jackpot if you get to level 50, but it's still a really cool number. However, maximum score wise, it's not that great. It does have a really high minimum score, which makes her maximum score relatively low. So I wouldn't recommend using 22 to earn you a high score. That's definitely not what 22 would be used for. If you do want to get 22 to skill level 6, you will need to get a total of 22 copies of her in the premium box. And essentially what happens every single level you increase 22, the skill range will get bigger. So the skill range goes from extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, and extra extra large. The skill range is in reference to the thickness of the little line that goes by. So when 22 chases the soul of Joe Gardner, you will see a little trail that clears a bunch of Tsum. So as you level up the skill range, that little line that you're seeing on the screen here will get a lot thicker. So at skill level 1, which is a game demonstration that you're watching, is roughly only going to be about 1 Tsum thick, but I suspect that as you level it up, it could get anywhere between 3 to 4, and maybe a majority of the screen will even get cleared. So far, I only have 22 to skill level 3, and that's actually another thing I wanted to cover and show you the side-by-side comparison of 22 from skill level 1 to skill level 3. And again, the major difference here is the skill range. And at skill level 1, the skill range is going to be extra small. Skill level 2 is going to be skill range small. And finally, at skill level 3, the skill range is going to be medium. And overall, I think 22 is a really fun Tsum to use. Maybe I'm biased because I really think that the Soul movies is really cool and this is the first Soul Tsum that we have. The ability is mediocre. I think that for a level 1, 2, and 3 Tsum, it's pretty good for their level. However, they're not necessarily amazing and they're not Tsums that you need to go out and try to get. But if you like a really cute Tsum, then definitely 22 is one of them. Look how, I don't know, I have a soft spot for really round Tsums. Same with Little Oyster. It's a pink little round ball. A lot of people don't really like it, but I think that like the little round objects I find relatively pretty. For that reason, I do like 22. So let me cover one of the strategies to using 22. To use 22 to maximize the coin earning potential, what you want to do is ensure that the screen has a bunch of Tsums before you activate the ability. You may even want to wait a couple of seconds just to make sure that the Tsums are settled before you activate the ability. And the reason for that is the longer the chain that you get per clear, the more coins you're going to earn per ability. The more Tsums that it's going to clear off the screen, the more likely that additional 22s will be clear, which will also charge up to your next ability. So it's a double effect. Not only is your chain longer, gaining you more coins, but it's also clearing more 22s off the screen to charge up your next fever bar. So that way it allows you to activate abilities quicker. And the ability is, I would say, a little bit more difficult to use compared to other Tsums because you really have to make sure that the screen is full of Tsums before you activate it. And another thing you could try as well is before you activate the ability, you could tap the fan button once to jump the Tsums up a little bit. Because what I've noticed is that when 22 gets to the top of the screen, oftentimes that last row gets missed. However, if that last row gets cleared, you're often left with a higher chain and more coins as well. So definitely give that a try to just give it a quick boost before the abilities settle. Now, one thing I do want to show you guys is a side-by-side comparison of the ability activated at the same time. Usually when I do this, we could clearly see what happens during the animation. That way we could really clearly see what the differences are. So let me slow it down for you right here so we can really see the animation. So we have 22 pop out, and then Joe Gardner's soul will follow 22 and then clears a bunch of Tsums. So as you see here, you can clearly tell that skill level 3 has a lot more clears. The skill range is a lot thicker. It's a little harder to tell for skill level 1 and skill level 2, but definitely skill level 3 you could clearly tell that it's a little bit thicker, and around where the bends are, you can see that it picked up a little bit more Tsums compared to skill level 1 and 2. And like I mentioned earlier, the top row right there, if you could look at skill level 2, it doesn't really connect all the way. It breaks up a little bit there. And that's what I mentioned, that maybe hitting the fan once before you activate the ability might help, because it'll boost up the Tsums a little bit, making sure that there are going to be Tsums up there that gets picked up as well. But let's take a look at the chains here. So for skill level 1, I got a chain of 20. Skill level 2, I got a chain of 21. And skill level 3, I got a chain of 28. Now this number could change depending if you have any large Tsums on the screen. But if you're just casually playing and have regular Tsums on the screen, then these are pretty average numbers that I got throughout the gameplay. So you could definitely expect a chain in the 20s for all of these skill levels. And at skill level 1, 2, and 3, I was able to generously get a chain of 20 in the 20s. Of course, at skill level 3, I was able to get it more. But if you wait a little bit before you activate the ability, so the strategy that I mentioned, you definitely will get a chain of at least 20 or more. So definitely give that a try. Now at the end of these gameplays at skill level 1, I got 1,445 coins. Skill level 2, 1,570 coins. And finally at skill level 3, 2,055 coins. So nothing super impressive here for the coins, and I wouldn't recommend using 22 to earn coins. I would actually recommend saving your coins for other Tsums that will come up in the future. But anyways, that's pretty much it for 22. I hope that you guys found this video helpful, or at least entertaining. And if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more Tsum Tsum content just like this, where I do Tsum reviews and also leak videos for next month, definitely don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching.